Moving along from the weekend rundown, we're going to get into the knock 'em down, drag 'em out segment that I look forward to so much every single week. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for 3 rounds. This 3-round segment is brought to you this week by Fat Ninja Combat Gear. Pick yourself up a new martial arts inspired outfit at www.fatninjacombatgear.com today.
Former UFC heavyweight champion Brock Lesnar broke kayfabe? I don't know what that means. All right. He broke kayfabe and sat down on the Pat McAfee show for nearly an hour this week. Did his open and honest conversation help put him over with a full face turn?
So, Danny, I'm going to school you on a little bit of
please do
pro wrestling and showbiz terms here.
So, showbiz, baby.
Kayfabe is a wrestler, or breaking kayfabe is what it's called when a wrestler breaks character. So Brock Lesnar, for the majority of his time, has been known to be more of a heel, which when you're referred to as a heel in wrestling, you're the bad guy.
That one I do know. Yeah.
And so this week when he was on the Pat McAfee show, like I say, he sat there for about an hour and he spoke honestly. He was not in character. He wasn't being the bad guy. Did he do a couple of things over the top, like he broke Pat's table right there inside of the studio?
Hilarious.
Threw a microphone stand and launched some headphones that ended up being stuck in the rafters. Absolutely hilarious the entire time. But he was honest. He was open, and I felt like he just kind of shot from the hip, and he opened up. And to me, that made him a lot more endearing. Like that kind of gave him a much more like you got to see the human side of Brock Lesnar. You didn't see just like the guy who always was put in the position to portray the Viking type figure or the baddest dude in the room who is more or less the bully.
Yeah, he was always on. He always was on, and it was really refreshing to see, like you said, the humanistic part of it, where you see behind the athlete, behind the persona that he has to put on to make his money.
Definitely, and you got to see him talk about his humble roots of being growing up on a dairy farm in South Dakota, to now that he has tens of millions of dollars in the bank, that his kids. We definitely can't say what he said on the radio for his reference to that, but he basically said that he has more than 10,000 acres that he lives on up in Canada right now, but his kids definitely work on the land and are farming that land. He said because essentially they need to know how to work.
Yeah, I believe in that. I 100% believe in that.
Not so many uncolorful words.
BKFC's Knuckle Mania 2 goes down this weekend with the highly anticipated matchup between Platinum Mike Perry and Julian Lane. Will you be tuning in?
Will I be tuning in? Dude, Mike Perry's fighting this weekend. I'm going to watch this because somebody's going to bleed. Somebody might die.
He might die.
It's bare knuckle fighting. Someone actually might die. So let's press the big guy up there. Hopefully not Mike Perry. But, dude, of course I'm turning in and watching Platinum.
And honestly, Josh, like he looks like he's dialed in. He looks like he's taking this seriously. There was times where commitment. It was never a matter of if Mike Perry was a fighter, especially during his UFC time, but his motivation and his time and his discipline was. Right now, I think that we're seeing a dialed-in Mike Perry who is going to put a beating on Julian Lane.
Oh, he's going to whoop that boy like he stole his lunch money.
Oh, yeah.
Kayla Harrison has gone on the record to say she is sick of the free agency process and is ready to get a deal done and get back to work. What is holding up her signing?
I think that she makes a valid point there that she just wants to get a deal done and get back after it. I know that it's tough for her, or I'm sure it's tough for some of the organizations outside of the PFL to throw a lot of money at her or to throw some very lucrative offers in her direction simply because she only has one fight at a weight class that any of them outside of PFL recognize. So she would certainly be having to go down to 45. She said that she would entertain bantamweight if it was a can't say no type of deal. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm sure it comes down to the lawyer talk at this point.
Yeah, and that's why it's taken so long, because you have these athletes who are like, hey, I don't really care for all the logistics. I just want to get back to work. And when businesses hold out for a long period of time, you're going to get the fighter to, jump on their instincts like, all right, I don't care about that. Let me just fight. When in all reality, she should be taking her time. Like Kayla Harrison is a very lucrative commodity to have. Even though she hasn't fought but one time in a weight class that other organizations recognize, Kayla Harrison is a top-level athlete and needs to be treated as such.
Definitely. Just like that, folks, we are all out of
Jordan,
time.
real quick before you close it out, I wanted to go out to the Go Fast Energy hot drink.
Yeah, did anyone answer us?
We had Carson from Aurora. He said it's got to be for Woman Crush Wednesday, no?
Carson, that is a valiant guess, especially given that it's Valentine's
Day, and
but unfortunately, that's not the significance of it. Josh,
close.
do you want to tell him?
Guys, every single song that you heard was a walkout by Tai Tuivasa. And I had a conversation with one of my teammates recently when we watched this fight, and he says, man, I can't stand that guy walks out to such stupid music. Well, guess what? Beep. I'm not going to say her name. But this is hilarious that this guy walks out to this type of music. Like, me and other fighters, I walk out to Tupac because I want to get angry. I want to get mean. This guy walks out to Girls Just Want to Have Fun because he's going out and he's just having fun. He walks out to Shania Twain, for God's sakes. Like, the guy's is just hilarious.
He's a character all of his own. Tai Tuivasa is a treasure that must be protected at all costs. Just like that, folks, like we say, we are all out of time here on the MMA Plug. I'm Jordan Kurtz. You can follow me along at Comments from the Peanut Gallery on Instagram. Subscribe to me on YouTube. You can follow my man, Josh Fremd, over here at Josh Fremd MMA. We want to give a special thank you to our man behind the glass and Danny Bailey.